Aldridge out there with Trey Lyons. Then there's Murray, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question. I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Murray right side. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. DeJounte Murray played just one season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
Free throw good, Murray. And in Seattle, Murray recognized from a young age as a potential pro.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can identify those specially talented players, and his nickname was Baby Boy. And how about this, Kevin? Jamal Crawford has mentored DeJounte since the 6th grade. Those guys have exchanged text messages throughout that time. Jay Crossover, one of my favorites, on and off the court in the league, really has helped keep Murray on the right track.
The pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Porzingis. Launches a 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Now here's Murray. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Spurs have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Murray. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Pass to Wiles. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock, and they pick up 2. Well, you were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
And there's the pass to Forbes. Back to Murray. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
They get it back. Doncic. Tries yet again. That's tipped.
Murray is tireless on the defensive end, and you don't want this guy guarding you because he's so pesky. What a rejection.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now the dish to Aldridge. He kicks to DeRozan. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Finney Smith passes to Doncic. From the stripe. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, fellas, I like the aggressiveness Porzingis is showing on the glass. I mean, getting good positioning and using that big body when shots go up. That's why he's boarding it well.
Pass to DeRozan. No good. Shot missing. And it's Dallas the other way. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
And the second free throw, good.
Boy, DeRozan is a treat to watch. This guy is athletic, and he throws down some monster dunks. This dude is sick at the rim.
Doncic outside. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Now here's DeRozan. Defense right on him. A fader in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
DeRozan has a dynamic mid-range game. Whether he's wide open or being defended well, he can knock it down from there.
Outside, Porzingis launches it. Brunson, good. Brunson's got his second basket of the night.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And it's Aldridge missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Boy, you look at Maximilian Kleber, the German native. I mean, this guy's a very capable shooter, but it's his defense that keeps him on the court. He's 6'11", but has quick feet, which allows him to defend multiple positions.
Mark, you think of European players, it's usually the offensive end where they thrive, but Kleber is a versatile defensive stopper, too.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, this guy can shut you down because he moves his feet. He's strong, really keeps driving lanes from opening up on the perimeter, and his positioning and timing make him a good shot blocker, too.
Murray surveying the D. From deep three-point range, the Spurs rebound. Miles, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Dallas. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds, but that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart, make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Dallas. Both good from the line that time. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside, Porzingis. Doncic outside. Rocket 6. Pass to Finney-Smith. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Doncic.
And so far the story on Luka Doncic. Great showing for him last season. Averaged 21 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Well, you know that he can put points up in a hurry, and he leads this team in scoring.
Yeah, you know, I think he's got a great sense of how to keep their offense going and being productive. If somebody else is having an off night, then he kind of steps in and fills the gap.
Lyles with it, now guarded by Porzingis, and that one's good by Aldridge.
So effective in these screen and roll situations. Aldridge excels at taking what the defense gives him.
Doncic feeling it out, and here's Porzingis for a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 3rd assist on the night. Murray the pass to Lyles. Here is Forbes. Pass to DeRozan. And Forbes kicks to Lyles. The pass to Murray. Over Richardson. The shot off that time, and it's Dallas the other way.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Murray against Richardson. Back to Aldridge. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
Spurs trail by 6. Murray kicks to Forbes. Passes it to Lyles. Aldridge inside. Then by Porzingis. Clock at 4. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And checking out the stats for Aldridge. Last season, he played outstanding. 18th in rebounding, 18th in blocks, and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And like you said, one of the better rebounders in the league last season. He displayed a tireless work ethic that I think really rubbed off on the team. Kleber, the pass to Doncic. Poked away and stolen by Murray. Left side, DeRozan. They can't stop the run with that one.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. It's good.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Boy, you look at how tall Porzingis is. He's 7'3", and you add in his skill level. That's a unique combination. No wonder they call him the unicorn. He is unique.
The Spurs making a switch here. White's checked in. Pass to Wiles. White against Doncic. White drives in to end the drought. And it's Aldridge missing. And Clark, the advantage of height, well known in basketball, but some have wondered if Porzingis is almost too tall.
Well, you know, there's a concern because he's had a significant injury early in his career, and his frame is really long, which makes you a little more susceptible to injuries. But I think KP has worked diligently to add strength and improve his body. Only time will tell if he's able to stand up to a long, productive NBA career.
The Spurs shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for White. We're seeing more and more young coaches in the NBA. You think this is a trend? Is it completely circumstantial? What's your view on that?
Well, I think you've got more younger coaches that are capable and able to coach. And the league is quite young, too. I think it's a current trend. But we've seen that before in decades past when it seems the wave of coaches are younger. I think it's more or less kind of the cycle of life that we see across a lot of different industries.
Here's Doncic. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in. Doncic has got 12 points in the game.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And it's White missing. And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 19-7 run. Richardson kicks to Doncic. Out to Porzingis from outside the arc. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. A 12-point game. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's Dallas with another.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Here's DeRozan. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Here's Murray. 5 points in the game. Here's DeRozan. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Dallas in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, you know, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
Gang and Aldridge are up front. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Derek White. And it's Walker in a two-guard. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. DeRozan dishes to White. Back to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Looking to get back on track here. It doesn't go for him. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full.
Aldridge down low. Richardson covered. And it's Aldridge missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
You know, Clark, the Mavericks making their games accessible to Dallas fans. Much more concerned with the packed house and the revenue at the gate.
Yeah, and I like that philosophy, guys. I mean, building their future fan base. Those fans will be around for a while. Giving young people a chance to become Mavericks fans for life. And you start early, and it pays dividends down the road usually.
Richardson finds Hardaway. Here's Doncic. Buries the long-range jumper. Doncic has got 17.
Boy, the take charge mentality of Doncic on display there. The quick-fire approach demonstrates his confidence.
San Antonio calls timeout. Since taking over the starting role in 2018, Willie Cauley-Stein has lived up to his draft spot of being number 6, Greg, overall in 2015.
And you knew that a big man like Cauley-Stein would take a few years to develop, but at a legit 7 feet and great length, he is everything you could hope for in a starting center.
The Mavericks making a change here. Brunson's checked in.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Brunson. How he did last season. Last season put up about 9 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
DeRozan. Rebounded by Hardaway.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, a main weapon in Doncic's attack. He really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Pass to Gay. Outside, Walker. On the wing, DeRozan. Over Hardaway. San Antonio again missing. So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Nuggets. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And Doncic gets it to go.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And the pass to Walker. Gay outside. Passes it to DeRozan. And he banks in the layup. DeRozan's got 9.
Boy, DeRozan comfortable and confident from that area.
Dallas leading by 18. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Clark, I'm going to get a little detailed here, but in terms of footwork in the post, who really impresses you?
Well, there are a number of guys, Kevin. I mean, you think about it. Kevin Durant is a lethal scorer and does a lot of his work off the dribble and in transition on pull-up threes. But when he is a post-up threat, and he does get posted sometimes, his footwork is superb, absolutely superb. Joel Embiid comes to mind, big fella with feet of a ballerina. Jokic does a great job with his feet, not nearly as athletic as Embiid or Durant. And then I would put Kawhi Leonard outside of a big guy. I mean, he's not a big guy in terms of position, but boy, he is very efficient down in the low post when he gets it there.
Good names. Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Bellinelli, he's checked in for DeRozan. And it's Mills in for White. Cauley-Stein hits them both.
And the Spurs acquiring all-star DeMar DeRozan and Jakob Poeltl in exchange for Kawhi Leonard with 1 full season in the bag. How do you view that trade?
Well, I tell you what, I think it's going to work well both ways. Obviously, for Toronto, it was fantastic, but I like Poeltl. This guy has tremendous attributes and ability as a big guy. The Spurs, with no interest in a long rebuild, they'd rather retool on the fly, and I think they put themselves in position to be pretty good going forward.
Here's Gay. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Dallas with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Now here's Powell. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And Doncic gets it to go.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Bellinelli finds Aldridge. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Aldridge has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Have to D Aldridge up better than that. I mean, especially when he's roaming around this area of the floor.
Here's Hardaway. Here's Doncic. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Doncic has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Mills looking it over. Aldridge trying to break free. Mills can't hit. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Walker with it. Powell pulls it in.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Hardaway, no good. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Bellinelli kicks to Mills. Pass to Aldridge. Bellinelli with it. Here's the floater. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And now here's the upcoming schedule for the Dallas Mavericks. On Saturday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. And then on Monday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Medu, he's checked in for San Antonio. Zinkas, he's checked in for Dallas.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And Brunson has it in the corner. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Brunson's got 8. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Well, the number 33 pick in the 2018 draft, Jalen Brunson, off to a pretty good start.
Boy, I tell you what, this guy is so solid. He was the Naismith Player of the Year and a 2-time champion at Villanova. No surprise to see him handling his business in the pros because he's all business.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Walker. Mavericks on D. The pass to Bellinelli. Passes to Gay. That one, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Gay comes over with a double team. Here's Powell, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Now out of Canada by way of Stanford University. 6'11" power forward Dwight Powell.
Boy, a high-energy guy is Powell, guys. He's a pogo stick and a rim runner. Very quick-footed. I think that makes him tough to tag slicing through the lane. His activity and agility really what separate him and get him minutes on the court.
The first free throw is good.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era. Hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
Shots good by Mills.
You know, Mills has been a guy who's been very streaky as a perimeter shooter, but he's been good behind the arc his entire career.
Hardaway against Bellinelli. Count the basket. 27 points for Luka Doncic. And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP. 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going. Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Pass to Mills. For 3. Can't hit that one. And it's Dallas the other way. Doncic passes to Brunson. Pass to Porzingis. Doncic trying to get open. That one wide left. San Antonio's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Forbes the pass to Mills. Back to Forbes. 6 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Outside, Bellinelli. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Spurs. The pass to Medu. Spurs passing it around. Bellinelli gets the bucket.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
Dallas has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Outside, Porzingis. Fades. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Porzingis has got 12.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole. Picking up his 2nd foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Lyles checked in for San Antonio. And Dallas also making a switch. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Luka Doncic. And Bellinelli kicks to Lyles. Passes it to Mills. 6 to shoot. That one no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the 2nd quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
I think you're right. I mean, an up fake here or there, getting the ball inside, that's how you create high percentage offense.
Lyles kicks to Mills. Now here's Bellinelli. He's tightly guarded. From deep 3-point range, the Mavericks pull it in. Brunson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The dive for the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Dallas making a switch here. San Antonio's gone for the 3-pointers 7 times here in the 2nd and been successful 3 times. Now DeRozan. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas. From deep. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 27 points, 7 assists, and 9 rebounds. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
And we're seeing there's a certain it factor for Luka Doncic. His supreme confidence in himself, the terrific floor leader, he's turned a lot of people into believers in a very short time.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys are working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the 3rd quarter.
And with the 2nd half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And as we dive into the 2nd half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the 2nd half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. They get it back. A nice shot by Aldridge.
Boy, I like the work Aldridge did there. Good hustle. Nice job getting good positioning.
Down low, here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Murray outside. Pass to DeRozan. Baseline J on the way. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's 11 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Nothing to think about there with DeRozan. I mean, the quick trigger, just catch it and shoot it.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Pass to Brunson. Fires for three. Rebounded by the Spurs. And here is Murray. Lyles buries it from three-point range. Lyles got 5 points so far.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Feeds to Doncic. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Here's Murray. It's deflected. And they're running. Here's Brunson. That shot no good. Murray with the defensive effort. DeRozan scanning the floor. Now here's Murray. Brunson covering. 5 on the clock. Here's Murray, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Dallas gets called for the foul. And Clark, coming out of Washington as a one-and-done, DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. Was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
Free throw good, Murray.
And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
And you know, guys, we've seen it, but in this league, 1 star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on.
And so Murray nails both of them.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
Kleba kicks to Doncic. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith.
Screen.
Brunson scanning the floor. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Brunson's got 12 points in the game.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal. Boy, a fantastic job by Aldridge to lay into that defender on the screen.
Here's Doncic, accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Doncic has got 33 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
And Clark, ordinarily quiet by nature, LaMarcus Aldridge has become a more outspoken leader in recent years.
Yeah, and that's a good sign. Sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone for the good of the team. Aldridge is, by nature, a laid-back, quiet guy, and sometimes that can work against a team. But in his case, he realized that he needed to be more vocal and stepped into doing that.
A free throw drops for Aldridge.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet
of mid-range jumpers.
Derek White's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Both free throws good from Aldridge. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's. Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point, when it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
And Doncic, here we go. And the layup is good. Doncic has got 8 points here in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Sweet little floater. Doncic has got 10 points in just the second half.
Boy, this is who Doncic is. This is what we've seen from him. A scorer who can take over games easily.
Here's DeRozan, and it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Passes it to Kleba. Here's Porzingis. Now, here's Doncic. 37 points for him. Porzingis can't hit.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
And DeRozan throws it down.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. Doubled by Murray. Back to Brunson from the arc. Rebound by Murray. Murray's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Murray. He's got 11. To the middle. Here's Aldridge, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for DeMar DeRozan. Coming off a terrific season. Averaged 21 points a game, 6 assists and 6 rebounds. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Off target from 3-point range.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And White with the stuff.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautiful.
High-level skills being showcased out there now, fellas. I mean, that was a terrific hoop.
Doncic, and the shot goes down. Doncic has got 41.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Murray with the bounce pass. Fades and shoots. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
White the pass to Lyles. To the inside. Fade away. The shot misses. Nice D from Porzingis. Dallas has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Pass to Brunson. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Finney-Smith. From deep. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got assist number 8 now on the night. Now here's Murray. Brunson covering. Aldridge kicks to DeRozan. No good, unable to end this run. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Here's Brunson. Here's Porzingis. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now here's DeRozan. Guarded close. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
And the Spurs making a change here. Gay's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Cauley-Stein's checked in. Outside DeRozan. Stolen by Brunson. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. For San Antonio, they've gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Knocks it loose. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And, you know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
Back to DeRozan. To the left side wing. Murray cans the shot from the wing. Murray's got 8 points in the quarter.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
And Aldridge comes over to help. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Outside DeRozan. 9 feet out. The Mavericks pull it in. Finney-Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. And, oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. DeRozan in the corner. But he gets it back. Back to Murray. Shot clock at 6. Now the pass to Aldridge. Second shot opportunity. And no good that time.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter of the game. To the right side. Finney-Smith. And it's off from 3-point range. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third.
And, you know, guys, the Spurs team dinners, the stuff of legends, just building camaraderie and getting to know one another and being orchestrated with care by head coach Greg Popovich. They enjoyed the finest restaurants and great food and drink, but the fellowship and camaraderie, probably the most important part of those dinner gatherings.
Fast break, Dallas. Out to Doncic. Passes it to Kleber. The 3. That shot off. So the Spurs will take it the other way. To the paint. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White. Medu, he's checked in for San Antonio. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. Dallas also making some changes. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Doncic. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. Dallas has gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Murray against Richardson. With the teardrop. He doesn't hit that one. Spurs shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. And again, San Antonio turns it over.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Hardaway. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Murray. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. His stat line has been terrific. As the quarter ends, he's already got a double-double. We come back right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Medu. He's out there with Bellinelli. Mills out there with Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the shooting guard position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Shot's good by Walker.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Mavericks shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. Berea dishes to Richardson. Bellinelli against Berea. Rebound San Antonio.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And Walker kicks to Mills. Shot on the wing. Powell pulls it in.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Dallas moving it around. Nailed from three-point land.
And, you know, Berea is a fairly consistent three-point threat. You can't sleep on him out there.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Mills. No good off the back of the rim. Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Took him no time at all on that one.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Pass to Bellinelli. Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about a market size, nightlife for some guys is important, business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles, season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have family, Clark, when you played your last couple years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
Poeltl makes it off the glass.
Really amazing body control by Poeltl, just taking the hit head on and finishing through the contact. I love it.
Berea, the pass to Hardaway. Floats one up. Richardson gets a wide open look. No good from outside.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Inside, here's Medu. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Berea against Bellinelli. Offensive rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Mills with it. Here's Medu. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Dallas. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close range points. You got to have those.
That free throw, no good. Well, for a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Here's Barea. Softly drops in the floater. Barea's got 5 points now this quarter.
Hard not to commend the confidence of Barea. For a point guard, he's an excellent scorer, particularly inside.
Walker dishes to Mills. Shot from the wing, and there it is for him. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Right outside. Back to Barea. Shoots over Mills. Bellinelli pulls it in.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And Walker throws it down.
Oh, damn, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from it.
Right outside. Here's the teardrop. Rejected by Walker. Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of rule.
We hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall, I think it's pretty solid.
That's good from Walker.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
The Spurs making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. He's perfect from the line this time. Mavericks have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Right side. It's not going to go for him. And for the Spurs, their shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. And Walker kicks to Pirtle. Mills in the corner. Just 4 to shoot, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Pass to Marjanovic. Any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things, incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense. I think having different categories, but I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable.
Medu passes to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Charity stripe shot, and he hits the jump shot. Johnson. Dallas has gone outside a lot tonight, 17 times in fact. 7 of 17. Now here's Barea, covered by Mills. Yep, it counts. Barea's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Walker in the post. Wright's there. Shot's good by Walker. Now Barea. Wright outside. Now here's Barea. Defense is right there. For San Antonio, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. And the shot is good from Johnson. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Wright kicks to Cauley Stein. There's the pass to Jackson. And here's Barea, guarded by Walker. Clock at 6. Now here's Barea. He's guarded closely. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
Well, I tell you what, offensive rebounding is really an important statistic. Maybe undervalued a bit, but those extra possessions really do help.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Lonnie Walker.
One shot.
Free throw drops from Marjanovic. And even though you only see him in short spurts, Boban makes an impact. Clark went on the floor.
Yeah, Marjanovic is a huge guy, and he only plays limited minutes at a time. But there's nothing small about this guy. He's an efficient scorer when he gets his chances, but just doesn't have the foot speed to be able to play significant minutes.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Spurs shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Now here's Mills, guarded by Barea. Pass to Medu. Right against Bellinelli. And Pirtle has it in the corner. His three-pointers off the mark. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Dallas. Cauley Stein finds Jackson. Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right, right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. That free throw, no good. The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
Walker's checked in for San Antonio. Good on the second free throw.
You know, Bellinelli really is an effective role player. He's a veteran sharpshooter with sneaky athleticism and just seems to always be in the right spot.
Right, the pass to Cauley Stein. And here's Barea. Now here's Wright. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Good work there as it goes. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. right outside. Jackson against Bellinelli. Left side Jackson. And here's Barea outside. Bellinelli pulls it in.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Dallas.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Walker against Marjanovic. Pass to Bellinelli. There's the three. Knocks down the three ball.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Barea, the pass to Marjanovic. Bellinelli against Jackson. Back to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down.